everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I am so glad you guys are here. You guys are going to be in heaven once you guys know how to make these. I couldn't pass up this cute fabric. So grab some fabric, and then you're gonna need some twine, and you're gonna need this polyfill. This is a big bag, but they sell smaller ones, so you can definitely, this bag is going to stuff a ton of pumpkins if you want to use it all for pumpkins. And then you need these little bitty rubber bands. Let me get a black one so you can actually see and not a clear one. They're the really tiny rubber bands that you use in your hair that don't tangle or rip your hair, although I think they probably still rip your hair. So that is it. I do have these just as an embellishment. I found these at Hobby Lobby. They were like a pack of 6 for a few bucks. They come in all different things, and so you can embellish these however you want. Let's get started. So I am going to do the 3 that I showed you. I have 2 of them already done a little bit, so I'm gonna walk through the steps right here for you. All my fabric is different sizes. That is what's going to make the different size pumpkins. The first one I'm making, I cut my fabric to about, let me double check. It was about 22 inches by 18 inches, okay? So basically what you're going to do, I already cut my fabric. You are going to fold it long ways, okay? So I have the 22 inches going this way. We're gonna fold it long ways. If you want to sew, if you like sewing, you can sew a seam right down the edge. We're gonna use hot glue. The only thing that I tell you when you use hot glue is for this project is it has to be high temp. There is low temp and there is high temp, and there are times that you need to use one or the other, okay? And so learn what those are. I'm putting a blog post together actually for that because a lot of people don't really know, but you definitely want to use high temp glue. So basically what we're gonna do, I already have this cut, we're gonna go all down the edge here. I hope you guys can see. All right, we're gonna go all down the edge. Now when you are doing this, make sure that you have a solid line. If you don't have a solid line, like if you go and you have a spot where there's no hot glue, your fluffing is going to want to poke out of your pumpkin, and you don't want that. So right there, you need a spot right there. So high temp glue, it's not gonna dry as fast, so that's good. You can work with it a little bit longer. That's one of the reasons why I like high temp glue. The other reason I like high temp glue and tell you to use it on this project is because it's going to dry harder than low temp glue. So let's finish up here. You want a really good seal along your edge if you're not going to be stitching these. So the high temp glue is going to just create a stronger seal, okay? And it's not gonna wanna pop open. If you use low temp, it's probably gonna wanna pop open when you guys go to stuff it. So what you're gonna do, I'm gonna go the length of my fabric and then a half, okay? So this is, did I do that right? There's the length of my fabric and then half. So this right here is how long of the twine I'm using. So I'm gonna fold right here and I'm gonna do 5 times. So 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so get 5 strips of twine. I'm gonna go ahead and trim one end and make sure that you don't have any loops. So I'm gonna cut those 2 loops. Now I'm gonna take this end, get all this yucky stuff out of here. Although it might make the pumpkin look a little bit more natural if that is in it. I'm gonna take this end with my 5 pieces of twine all together, and we're just gonna tie a knot. All right, so now I have a knot. So all of my twine is tied together. I have 5 pieces. You can do more, but typically your 5 pieces creates a really good pumpkin. You can make more indentions in the pumpkin if you want. That's all gonna depend on the amount of twine you're using. All right, so now with our piece inside out still, we are going to take our twine and I'm gonna open this up if I can get it, and we're gonna put it through the top of our fabric. All right, and so then I'm gonna catch this. So I'm holding my twine, and I'm basically just going to bunch up my fabric around my twine, just like that, okay? So I have that one whole side that's open, bunched up around my twine, just like that, okay? That's it, super easy. I'm telling you guys, this project is gonna be so easy, and you guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna wanna make 1,000,000 of them to give as gifts. So once you have this around your edge, you're gonna wanna take your rubber band. These rubber bands are priceless in crafting. They hardly ever break. They're just indestructible. So take the rubber band and just rubber band it around. I can usually go about 4 times, depending. I can probably get one more, but do I push it? We're gonna push it one more. Okay, so that's what you have. You have your fabric that you either stitch shut or you hot glued shut. And then you have your twine, it's hanging out the bottom, and it's up through the top, and then you have it knotted, and you have it all rubber banded around. The rubber bands you can get in the hair section. They're just hair rubber bands, that's it. So now what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your twine and you're gonna pull it through, because you're gonna turn your fabric right side out now, okay? You have this here, it's all sealed, and this is gonna be the bottom of our pumpkin. So now we're gonna stuff it, and it's gonna be amazing, and you guys are gonna love it, I promise you. All right, I'm gonna stick this up here, and you're gonna stuff it as little or as much as you want. All right, let's get this stuffed up pretty good. I'm gonna put a little bit more in here. Like I said, you can make it as fluffy as you want. So now this is what you have. I have this much at the top, and this is what it looks like. It doesn't look like a pumpkin yet, does it? But it's going to, I promise. All right. I might have a little bit much in there. I'm gonna pull a little bit out. I'm basically stuffing it about halfway. So now what we're gonna do, we are going to do the magic and make it look like a pumpkin. I'm just fluffing it a little bit to try and get it all together. Now, if I had used hot, low temp glue, this right here, this seam is gonna be wanting to pop because it just doesn't dry as hard. So that's why I say make sure that you are using high temp glue if you are not gonna be stitching. All right, so now we have our fabric here. We're gonna take one of our strings. We're gonna take a string just like this, and we're gonna pull it up around the edge. And I'm going to, hold on, I'm gonna pull just like that. And it's okay if it looks funny right now because it's gonna look just fine. We're gonna fluff it up and everything as we get them all together. So let me get that out of the way. You're gonna pull like that. And then we're gonna wrap this around. This is the same twine that you had. And you're gonna, so I have this around. I'm gonna put it under this again, just to kind of seal it, okay? That's gonna seal it at the top a little bit, okay? So now hold on to that twine and your top, and then take another one and go about here, okay? So now we're gonna go here. We're gonna pull again. Get it pulled tight to where it looks like a pumpkin. So we're gonna pull it tight and then wrap that string around as well, one time. And we're gonna tie it under here again, push it under there, and then pull it to the top to seal it a little bit. I'm gonna pull it a little bit tighter. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna take our third one. Take your third string and go up. That's probably about right. and you're just gonna pull it as much as you think looks good for a pumpkin. And then again, make sure you don't get these. These are the ones that we've already done, so we're gonna hold these out of our way. So we're gonna wrap this around again, and we're gonna put it under this one, and then pull it back up to the top. That's just kind of sealing it off and not really tying it, but making it a little bit tight, okay? So now we'll take our fourth one. We'll go about right there. So we'll put it up by our stem, and we're gonna pull it tight like that. Let's get these out of the way. Wrap it around. We're gonna put it back under this one again and pull. So now we have one left. This is the last one. So we're gonna take this, put it up towards your stem, and then just tug it. And wrap it around. Tie it under a little bit. It might take a couple times for you to try to get this a little bit, but really it is not. It's a super easy project. Okay, so now we have this, okay? We're gonna fluff it up a little bit. We're gonna move some of the fabric around. You can move your twine around if you want it, if you think it is not even. All right. There you go, ladies. I'm loving it. So far, it looks like a pumpkin, does it not? I love it, and I hope you guys love it too. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the stem. The stem is going to be, basically, we are going to use all of our twine that we have, and we're just gonna wrap it around this. You can make your stem as long as you want. You can have a stem or a pumpkin with a long stem. You can make it as long as you want. They don't need to be perfect. Pumpkins aren't perfect. So I'm basically taking all of this in one bunch and just wrapping it around. Okay? Just turning my pumpkin and wrapping the twine around. That's it. If you end up running out of twine and you want your pumpkin stem to be a little bit taller, just cut some more twine and hot glue it on. So I'm gonna continue doing this. Look at that. Is that not cute? We need to fix this a little bit, but there we go. It's bunched up a little bit there. Look at that, so cute. I'm gonna wrap a little bit more. And then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this, because I'm probably not gonna make my stem any longer. So we're gonna cut that off, and then we're just gonna hot glue this right here. Let's do a tiny bit more right here, because high temp glue is really, really hot. Okay, so now we have little pumpkins who are adorable. You can fluff them up as you need. So what do we do with this now? Well, this is extra. So now you can take really sharp fabric scissors, which these are not, and cut it, all right? You can use this and you can make other little pumpkins. Don't waste your stuff here. Look at that. You guys, oh my goodness. We need to fluff that up a little bit so it doesn't look like it's bent there. All right, if you wanted, you could put some twine on the top and cover all that up. I don't always, but so cute. Check them all out, you guys. So stinking cute. My favorite, I love them. I hope you guys make some. These are so fun.